Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I wanted to show you how to make a really easy but really tasty dinner for your family. This is what I call my chicken Florentine. It's different than what you would think of traditionally as a chicken Florentine dish. Normally Florentine has mushrooms as well as spinach. But the word Florentine actually just means that it incorporates spinach in it, so that's what I call it, but it's just me. So I have boiled my noodles. I am using, I'm going to try to say this, Campanelli noodles, just because I like that particular shape. You can use any type of noodle that you want, shell, macaroni. You can use like a angel hair as well if you'd like, but I try to keep it to like kind of shapes. So in my saucepan here, I have 1 whole stick of butter melting down for me. This is going to be the base of my sauce. So once I've got that going, I'm going to add some garlic in there. This is 3 small cloves of garlic and 1 small onion that I cut up. So that's going to go in there, and we're going to cook that down a little bit. This is where I like to add my seasonings. I don't know why, it's just where I like to add my seasonings. So lots of fresh pepper in there and some salt. And then just an Italian blend of herbs. So keeping it pretty simple on the seasonings here, but I do add a pretty good amount of the herbs in there because you do want that seasoning to come through. By now, just those couple seconds there with that butter and garlic and onions, your kitchen's already going to start smelling good. I don't know why, but for some reason just garlic and butter smells so good to me when it's sauteing. So we're just going to let that cook down just a little bit while I go over some more of the ingredients that we're going to be using. So the great thing about the chicken Florentine is it's really versatile. It's delicious, but it's super easy to make. It doesn't take very long, and you can just swap out ingredients in your fridge. A couple ingredients that I love to use, but I just didn't have them in stock right now, was like canned roasted red peppers. I love the flavor of those and the little pop of red color that it gives it. Speaking of pops, that's what this is doing. And then I also love to use artichokes as well. It gives it a little bit of almost an extra meat kind of texture to it. So I love to use those, but I don't have any of those with me today. But what I do have is some sun-dried tomatoes, which is actually the next thing that we're going to add into this because I want it to incorporate really nicely with our base. The sun-dried tomatoes have such a great flavor. They're very earthy and just power-packed. They just really pack a punch with the flavor. So that's a great one to add in here. And I love using sun-dried tomatoes with anything with spinach. I've also got some Kalamata olives here. I definitely recommend the Kalamata or something like a Greek olive because it's so much more flavorful than something like your traditional black olive. And yeah, I just really like that flavor. So now that I've got my onions over here pretty good, I'm going to start adding my spinach. So this is one of the main components. I do use a whole bag of spinach. If you've worked with fresh spinach before, you know that it wilts down pretty quickly and easily to where it won't feel like there's too much spinach in there. And after I add my spinach, while I'm waiting for that to kind of wilt down, I add some reserved water from cooking the pasta. Now I started doing this because, well, to be honest, because I found this tip online, but it works really well. So what it does is, because it had the pasta in it, it has some of that starches that came off of the pasta, and it helps it to be a little bit thicker, stick onto the pasta a little bit better once you come to incorporate the pasta in here, and just hold it together a little bit better. And it also helps because it gives you more volume of sauce, as opposed to putting more butter in here, because you know, you don't want to water it down, well, not water it down, you don't want to log it down with butter, because that's just not that healthy for you. So you don't want to do that. So it's nice because it's something you've already got anyway from boiling the pasta, and you can just add that right in. I don't reserve a specific amount, I just put my measuring cup in there and dip some of it out. So that is reducing down for us as we speak. And then the next thing we're gonna do is a squeeze of lemon juice, about half a lemon here, just to give it a little extra brightness. And after we get this reduced all the way down, which is not there yet, after we get that reduced down, then we're gonna use our chicken. And this is my big cheat. I use freezer chicken for this, frozen grilled chicken, because it's just really quick, and it's really nice. A lot of times I will go ahead and make chicken from fresh, but for this you almost can't tell. And if you have leftovers, it doesn't get dried out, because real chicken sometimes gets very dried out the second day that you're eating it. So if you're using this for leftovers, it's nice because it stays really nice and moist. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in some of my chicken. And I'm gonna start adding in my olives as well. The chicken's gonna take a couple minutes to warm all the way through, so I won't make you stay for all of that. What I'm gonna do after this, after that chicken gets warmed all the way through, is I am going to go ahead and add some Parmesan cheese in there. And because I have them today, I have some cherry tomatoes that I cut in half, and they're one of the things I want to add last, because I want it to just be a little burst of flavor, a little pop in your mouth. So after I get those things added in, then I'm going to add in my pasta, just mix everything all in together, and that's it. So it really is that quick and easy. It takes maybe 20-30 minutes tops to make this, and I hope that you try it and enjoy it. Please click and subscribe.